my name.
Yes, you do. Hurry up. Oh my gosh, Katie.
KT, bar the door.
No.
Ah. He is very kicky in all these movies, in terms of kick-able.
Yeah, I've only seen that one that you and I watched at.
That's one of the more tolerable ones.
Is it? Because this is the only one that I know for certain is in the public domain, which is The Appeal, obviously.
Mm-hmm. My favorite thing of I only have one favorite thing of Mickey Rooney is that one and a half. One is that he was on Letterman and he just kept wanting to hug Dave. Dave finally went, "Don't touch me." And the other is that was that he is people are more sensitive to different cultures now, and so if I swear, like when I saw Breakfast at Tiffany's 2 or 3 years ago, when his Chinese character appeared, I felt like the guys at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, like my face was melting off by how horribly wrong this was. Like, no. I mean, Uncle Remus got nothing on that.
Right? Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, at least Uncle Remus was played by a black guy. I mean, it's not much better, but it is incrementally better. It's actually worse than the racist Bugs Bunny cartoons. And those were animated.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I saw those not too long ago. There was one that was on the Golden Collection that's not considered part of the Band 11, where it's basically an Elmer Fudd cartoon, except it's a little slave boy. And oh man, does it not age well?
Oh,
yeah. It was not good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cold Black still has some merit, though.
It has some, not enough to really justify doing anything with it.
Well, you can't touch it. I get it, man. Like
it has some artistic merit, but overall pass.
Yeah.
Even if not, I'm not the one to.
Right. The one that I really regret is Tex Avery's The Magical Maestro, which is one of the greatest cartoons of all time. It is still one of the greatest cartoons of all time. But damn, no, Twitter would explode if
it crosses a few lines.
A little.
Anyway, we've everybody start recording. Everybody, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Marquis Albright, and thank you for joining Down in Front for our latest installment of B-, an unscripted riff of a movie that's probably not very good. With us tonight, our performer, with us, with all of us. Sorry, I also had not started recording, so I was trying to do it without throwing off my game, and I did not succeed. With me tonight are your performers for this evening. Thank you. First, one of my favorite people. She has declined my invitation to Breakfast at Tiffany's. Katie Reynolds.
True.
Next,
I only eat dinner there.
Next, one of my favorite people, world-renowned pilot of Steamboat Willie, Al Kwiatkowski.
Hi, everybody.
And finally, all this and one of my favorite people, Derek Martz, tonight on 60 Minutes.
Would watch.
Because Rooney, Mickey, and Rooney.
Why do newspapers have to be printed with ink? Ink gets all over your hands.
You know, I write these jokes based on the movie, but I don't actually tell anybody what the movie is until like the end of this. So like the jokes don't mean anything to anybody but us.
Yeah.
So
only we get it.
Which is how I like it. Or
if
you
want to get the jokes, you have to join us.
Or if you rewatch the movie after we've done the whole thing. Anyway, it's time for our sincerity break because there's a lot going on, and we hope this show provides a needed morale boost to get us all through it. Links to all of this can be found in the About page on our Twitch channel. And on our website. If you are able to stay in, please do. COVID transmission in the U.S. is at more than double what it was at the previous peak in July. And in Illinois, it is more than triple our last peak. So be careful. Please be sure to consult medical experts, not bad faith political actors, or even well-meaning comedy shows for your updates. Also, wash your hands for fuck's sake. Black Lives Matter, and that somehow remains a controversial statement. Please support this movement from inside, if at all possible. Donate to the Act Blue link on our website, to blacklivesmatterchicago.com, other places where you feel it can be helpful. If you must go out and support these causes bodily, we have a link to do312.com's protest page for you, which has links to in-person activism that you may join. But whatever you do, do it socially distanced and wearing a mask. Landlords are about to push for another push for mass evictions of people who can't work because of the pandemic. The Chicago Anti-Eviction Campaign can use your help. And if you're in Chicago and you or anyone you know is facing eviction in Chicago, you do have rights, and we provided a link to the city's website about it. Tonight's movie. All right, this is a long one, and it's been a minute since we did a teen movie, so I thought we'd run an entry from the Andy Hardy series. Derek, I don't know if you've actually heard this stuff. For those who don't know, this is kind of wild. Mickey Rooney and Lyle Barrymore starred in a movie called A Family Affair in 1937. You may have heard of that one. And it was based on the play Skidding from 1928, as Andy Hardy and his father, Judge James Hardy. A sequel was shot and released the same year called You're Only Young Once, with a completely different cast except for Mickey Rooney. They went on to shoot 2 or 3 of these things a year until 1942, then one every 2 years for a couple of for 2 or 3 movies, and then one last one 12 years later for a total of 16. Every single one of them starring Mickey Rooney, and nearly every other character being recast at least once. There was also talk of doing a movie about Andy's family without Mickey Rooney, so this series very nearly became the first cinematic universe.
Think of it as Archie Comics if it was filmed by Wesley Willis.
Canonically, the town, they don't say it in the movie, but in the original play, it was set in Idaho, so it'll be about as set your
a lot of potatoes.
Yeah, set your excitement level expectations about there. So tonight we will be riffing the 15th of 16 entries. Actually, technically 17, because there was a short film from the series too.
And they call that Andy Hardy's Wake.
And then movie critics complained about how Andy Hardy movies just overwhelmed cinemas.
No one will be seated after the scene where Andy Hardy gets cut open and you see how many rings he has.
This movie is called Love Laughs at Andy Hardy, and I like it because that sounds like what we want to do, and also because it's the only one of the series that's in the public domain. So with that, why don't we get on with Love Laughs at Andy Hardy.
Live, laugh, love, Andy.
Please refrain from talking when the movie shows.
Eat, pray, love. You're about to see an Andy Rooney, Mickey Rooney movie.
Not quite, although that may be where people know the name from.
In fact, we stand up and take a bow at you. Yell down in front.
Down in front.
Judge Reinhold Hardy's family.
Billy, I need your help, man. The Special Academy Award series.
Yes, we had to put one in the credits because that's the only way we're going to get one.
Right?
Original story by...
So when was this in relation to the time when Mickey Rooney kicked Donald Duck's ass?
Costume supervision by Irene.
Irene. Everybody knows Irene.
They just didn't have enough room for her last name.
Mickey Rooney plays Me and Myself.
Got it.
And what a cast it is.
Coffee Smith. Pam Grier is in this?
Caffey? Caffey. You want some caffey?
With special cameo appearance by Mickey Rooney as St. Peter.
Captain Sisko. What a good dad.
What you talking about? What you directing about, Willis?
Yeah.
Hey, wait, that's from POW Andy Hardy, the 18th in the series.
Yeah, do we know how old he is?
He's like 20. Well, Mickey Rooney was like 23 when this came out.
Well, the salesman told me they were worn with a cutaway. And you look so handsome in a cutaway.
They used to be worn with a cutaway.
Cut away, cut away.
That's still cat. Ever since you had it clean.
I don't know, honey. The cutaway does take too much underboob.
Well,
Well, James, you hurry and get dressed. I'll answer the door.
Wasn't Michigan's J Frog supposed to be in here?
You have your Abraham Lincoln impersonation coming up.
oh, there's my pencil.
Thank you, Jimmy.
I owe Mr. Rogers $5.
You can't tell because it's black and white, but his jeans were not green.
He asked for this amount.
It's a telegram. It must be bad news.
Where's it from? What's
It says I may already be a winner.
Read it yet?
Well, reading it's about the only way you'll ever find out.
but I'm a woman. What's taking him so long? Is he getting a pocket full of miracles while he's up there?
James!
Ah!
James!
I'm right
Where is
here.
it?
James!
Mickey Rooney escaped from the insane asylum.
Andrew is what?
Married. Oh, James, do something.
Non-married.
Go against it.
Yeah. Let me see what he says.
Oh, it isn't from him. It's from Marion.
Are you sure? She
Marion, the librarian?
After all, I can read English, even if I was born in Canada.
They don't use
Oh.
English in Canada?
Is that a stereotype I haven't heard?
We.
I mean, I know some of them speak French, but
Emily,
This a ransom note, honey.
what makes you think Andrew is married?
James Hardy, you can't get separated until after you've been married.
I'll bet you $1.
Emily, I'm going to reveal some military information to you. The other war, when a man left the army, he was discharged. In the recent one, a soldier gets separated from the service. You see?
Plus, Mickey Rooney's quoting his favorite Offspring song.
Can't come
and they've
wrong.
been flip-flopping that word choice ever since.
Hello there.
Did you see that my hat exploded?
Too giddy?
What, she is prancing around like she's not wearing anything under that coat, and I hope that's not the case.
Millie, read the best piece of news that's happened to the Hardy family in 2 years.
We are evicted? Wow. All right. Got the Monopoly guy threesome.
Boy, those rap guys in the 30s really just.
I have no control over this hat. Small.
Now, James.
Don't you just jam it on your head a little bit more?
On the curve.
Oh my God, Becky! Look at her coat. She looks like one of those housing guys' girlfriends. Oh,
We welcome our German oppressors.
clear the way! Mickey Rooney's on a rampage.
Safe.
Wow.
I don't think that's how they drop you off
That's how
anymore.
they drop him off.
Andrew! Oh, Andrew.
They're lucky. They threw me on my ass that time.
Gee, Mom.
I think he's in the X-Men.
Yeah.
Welcome.
But which superhero is he?
Me too.
Thanks, Pa. All I did was hand out uniforms for 4 years.
Yes, ATC C-54. Bingo, here I am. Gosh, Mom, you look pretty enough to
You're holding up traffic for 4 blocks.
now.
Andrew, stop that on your old mate hat.
Excuse me, Judge. Will you look at this?
Oh, I've never seen so many cars before.
Oh, I'm not sorry.
Now how much would you pay?
Just came home.
These
Look
guys
at-
are priced to move.
If you don't move, I'm gonna tell these guys they can run you down.
It's illegal to walk 4 across in Chicago.
3.5.
It's impossible.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you home again, Andrew.
Ten Hut.
Three things, not 3 rings.
Oh, excuse me. Say, Mom,
So-
did you give me a message?
Sorry, Ma. The painter was telling me to kill.
Not that I know of. Well, are we expecting something special?
Not especially special. Something from college.
Oh, college. Did you notify them that...
You went to college?
Well, after I arrived.
Say, Ma, don't tell anybody, but I'm AWOL.
Oh my
Andrew.
gosh, she is worse than my wife when we're shopping.
Bride and groom special, nothing.
Andrew,
That means you can buy the bride and the groom there.
who was Marion?
Hey, this is Canada.
What did you say? Oh, Marion, you mean my sister? Oh, she's fine.
You don't have a sister.
She's my wife, slap. My sister, slap. My wife, slap.
Oh, we don't have a lot to talk about, do we?
We shouldn't have taken him to the wedding district.
Andrew. You don't have to go to church if you don't want to. Mother understands.
Great, bye.
Good. I gotta go destroy the behemoth. No shit. I blew it.
Oh, boy, that was 2 weeks later. He exited the window district.
If you're going to have a little trouble with your head, why did you wear it?
You should have worn the one with the propeller, Henry.
Happy New Year,
Happy
John.
New Year. Happy New Year, Mr. Benedict.
And a Happy New Year to you.
And Happy New Year to you. And Happy New Year to you.
Isabel, these 3 nice
As
people
if
are...
I didn't know. This is Andy Hardy's father, the judge. And this must be Mother Hardy. And that Millie, of course.
Yes, you're the one my dad keeps saying to tell it to.
Marvel with Andrew in the service.
We just got out.
Andrew's home? Yes, Miss Gonzalez, I'd like you to meet...
But he's already denounced God and is refusing church.
Andrew found his way home across an ocean and a large part of a continent. I don't think he's gone forever.
That wouldn't be...
That's my kid, the world's wackiest omen.
Andrew.
Nah, that could be any 10-year-old.
Fair.
How does it feel to be the father of Andrew Hardy?
Well, that's a privilege.
Like hell, I hate it.
Honestly.
I'll deny it in court.
About something else.
How does it feel to be the father of the legally shortest person you're allowed to
Mr.
be
Benedict,
in the
I come from a
military?
long line of civilians, and I'm happy to be back with them.
War.
Isabel Gonzalez.
Gosh, I've heard so much about you.
PTSD has never been so much fun.
Actually, meeting you is going to be any more fun than about it for 2 whole years. I know I'll just blow
It looks
up.
like he's focusing on different parts of her face.
Nice day.
Well, you have to if she's talking that much.
Oh, there's the organ starting. Nice to have met you, Senorita.
We'll see him again this evening at the company.
He's like those guys that study abroad for 1 semester.
It's benefit in the show, and Polly tells me you're a great judge of singing.
Come along, dear.
Yeah.
Yep,
You
that's
used
what I
to-
did in the army. I judged singing.
You used to
Good
date Judy Garland, so hey.
Good job on using that organ escape clause, son.
Funny
If
thing,
that didn't work, I would have said I heard a bobcat.
I heard everything.
Don't hold that in church.
Andrew!
Lloyd Webber, you've got a terrible musical to make.
He acts like he's never heard his name before.
No.
Double.
No, I'm Mickey. Oh, right. No, I am Andrew.
You may be suffering from Tony Danza's disease, yeah.
Turkey. My
Oh, God.
He's nude.
Are you all right?
Well, he's as nude as you're allowed to be in the 1940s.
Hey, Rooney, the Boy Scout troop from the Wes Anderson movie is that way.
You're not wearing your pants.
Oh.
No, those silly things. I thought we were working from home.
Sorry, I was just blasting one out real quick.
I was just Jeffrey tubing it.
There was no laughing matter.
You know, true story. I got fired from a
James,
radio
you're supposed
station
to be
for
on
not
this
wearing
change,
pants.
Andrew.
At the
where
radio
it's
station?
I was wearing shorts, and I was the only
Those
person
2
at the
years
radio
are vital
station.
ones in the
But I
life,
wore
boy.
pants there because my shorts
Those
didn't
are the
have
years,
pockets.
Whether he's at home or in the
Huh.
And did you have an onion in your belt? Because I think that was the style at the time.
That was
Mike.
the style at the time, yes.
You looked at her as if she went there? It proves he is older. He's not that old.
Oh, my.
Andrew, if you eat any more, you'll blow
I'll
up.
shoot you.
Wait, Dad.
You know, you won't grow any taller, son.
I'm going to fill up on home cooked food because in the next 2 weeks I'm going back to Wainwright, get my degree, and then I'm going on to law school.
Good, Andrew. Good.
All in 2 weeks, huh?
I suppose.
Doing everything I ever wanted you to do, exactly how I wanted you to do it.
I'm going to say something that'll come as a shock to practically everybody here, including me.
I'm gay.
I'm not going to cost this family a single penny for the next 2 years.
James, this is not our son, Andrew.
I'm not crazy.
I
He
do
got
not-
mixed up with one of the other
Son-
recruits.
I do
Son?
not have an answer for that, Sweep.
Son, how many times do I have to tell you? Step 1 is don't ask, and step 2 is don't tell.
Of course, that doesn't mean if you see something in a store that would make me a nice present, you should be ashamed to send it to me. I don't want my money to go to your head.
Well, there won't be any presents, Andrew. You're going to do better than that.
You're
Since
fired.
you've been gone, birthdays have been canceled in the U.S.
30 years as a young lawyer.
Gosh, that's a swell idea, Dad. Thanks.
I
You'll
lost
never
all
be a
my-
lawyer if you keep saying swell.
Fun to help it along. And Dad, don't give me any of that money back if I come crawling to you on my stomach.
which I am wont to do
Well, maybe
on
I-
the full moon.
Legal agreement in writing.
As far as I'm concerned, Judge Hardy, your word is good enough for me.
Well, we should put it in the
Enough of these
bank.
Commercial matters. How about some
Tuppence,
dessert now?
honestly, gratefully,
Come on,
smartfully invested in the.
Why is he wearing a NASA pin on his army jacket?
Because he's a space cadet, man.
Time for that prank call. Here's Johnny.
Operator, give me Western Union.
It's the Zodiac Killer.
This is Andrew Hardy. Look,
I have a machine gun.
Could you possibly...
All right, Andrew, if you'll get the car, we'll be off to the country club.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't the phone 6 line, Dad.
Good evening, good evening. You'd better hurry
Good
on.
evening, and you came in. Just pick a random direction. You electric football player of a character.
Hello, Western Union. This is Andrew Hardy speaking.
I love you very much.
Phone comes from me, would you? You just sent it to the house. There's nobody there. Well, maybe
There's
I
no
can find it
house.
Before the messenger got. Thanks. Goodbye.
This is not my beautiful house.
Well,
I wonder how big his strides had to be so he could keep up with the other guys.
I thought the dance floor was this way.
Andrew, your mother's waiting.
You know I get the first dance.
Hiya, Hardy. Hi.
Say, Jack.
Andrew, that's Tommy Gilchrist.
Oh, it's merely a casual acquaintance, Mother.
His gun is magnificent, though.
One of my oldest friends. Good evening, Mr. Gilchrist.
Why, hello,
Good evening, Mrs.
Andrew.
Gilchrist.
That's a great Bjork haircut on her.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Gogurt.
Never mind that now. I'll give it back to you when the legal interest.
Hey, can you pick me up? I want to go up.
Probably confuse you, but I call the clerk on the desk here. Tell him that you're somebody next door to Judge Hardy's and you can hear the water running. And
Tell him you're actually Frank Gorshin.
before there's some damage done. You got it?
Sure, for $4 plus interest.
Sure. Now, will you go ahead? It's a case of life or death.
Give me the nickel.
Boy, ever since you said that thing about the X-Men, I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Why would you want to unsee it? He's a one-man juggernaut.
Mother?
Mother. Oh, he's Mike Pensing it.
To be fair, that is his actual mother.
Mom, everything was all right at the house.
In real life?
No.
Of course.
I mean, in the original movie, yes, but
Maybe
then she was
somebody
recast.
forgot to do something.
No, not really.
Well, this is great. We sat around a table and stared at each other, and now we're going to sit around this table and stare at each other.
No. They're about to do that. Pointing the revolver at each other's head, like in the Deer Hunter.
Yes.
Call the police station. They'll have the patrolman on the beat turn it off. Very good.
All right, now one of us has to be the chief from Get Smart.
Boy, I'll tell you, My favorite thing to do when I was in my 20s was go home and hang out with people 40 years older than me.
Whoa,
Sorry.
it's a kind of improv where everyone table has to sing.
I hate
No one
this
gets
club.
out of here without singing a blues, Al. Oh, he wasn't being sarcastic when he called her senorita.
She didn't do this at church.
This is more Senor Wences than Senorita. Hey, save that for church.
Grab a bucket and a mop.
If the Macarena was one of those Hallmark greeting cards that plays music when you open it.
In the English language, there is a place that
You know I love it when you call me senorita.
people dance.
You didn't know that song was a remake.
Have yourself a polka dot in case you are what time.
And so I dropped the chalupa.
Ah, qué lindo es bailar feliz la poquita.
Well,
I'm just
whatever.
trying to understand a town that's small enough to where you know everybody, but big enough to have a country club.
Right. I'm not saying where they're small, but when they have a country club, they have a country club.
You know, in 1946, was the most ethnic character who have ever appeared on screen.
And
You know-
she's white.
I mean, I don't know what his sexuality is supposed to be, but this definitely is not it.
I'm glad she tied her neck down to her head, though, so that's cool. And here's Hetty and the Young Men, back when they were young men. I call this move painting the house.
All of this means when you're talking in the English language, find yourself a polka and go dance, sing, and
So she's twice Andy Hardy's age, right?
Something
She's-
like that.
Yeah, she's 15.
You know, if they had the Run P app back then, this is when they would have used it.
they're lovely. Didn't you think so, Andrew?
Ah.
Now he's finally the same height as her now that she's sat down.
That was great, but wasn't like Run DMC and Aerosmith supposed to bust through the wall at some point?
I'm sure that you'll find Andrew a very fine dancer.
Thank you, Judge. But I know Andrew would like the first dance with his mother. I'll take the next time.
Actually, I would like no such thing.
Well, Mom, would you care to have the first one with your son? I'd love it.
All right, I hope you've been practicing your twerking, Mom.
He has to stand on her feet.
Ask your son. Not tell anybody about it.
How else would he do the Macarena?
Well, when you were young, Mom, you knew an awful lot of pretty girls and popular ones and talented ones, too. Well, your father used
No, Brian, come on, Brian. He's even straighter than that. He's as straight as Rex Harrison.
somehow no one ever gets around to realize.
This seems like a great time to have a mother-son talk.
Always thinks of her as something.
Dances in the movies tend to be the best place to have a private conversation, actually. This has survived to this day.
Mom, with that kind of a girl, could she settle down in a small town?
Somewhere
really-
that's green.
Have anything with your father?
Well,
She's just a small town girl living in a lonely world, Ma.
small town.
I'm just real nervous ever since I lost my collection of German ears.
Were you thinking of anyone in particular?
I'm sorry, what was that? Could you open your mouth and speak?
Of course, Andrew.
Now, Katie, it is the 40s. That was just not allowed in public.
It's all
May,
yours, young
may I have this dance, Mickey Rooney?
Have a good time, Andrew.
Yes, Mom.
James, you danced just as beautifully as you did when you were 20.
Stop it!
Thank you.
Andy, my head's up here. I can't move my head that much.
Yeah. Okay, let's shimmy.
Could you take off your heels?
Now I know why Polly Benedict says you haven't lived till you've danced with Andy Hardy.
Miss Benedict is very kind.
Oh, I guess I haven't lived then.
That's another traitor for you.
The many loves of Charlie Kirk.
I don't think this dance is for 3 people, Andy.
Polly also told me you have the smoothest mind of any boy in Carville.
Unfortunately, conversation.
Yes, I say I'm a Kennedy.
He is his generation's Frankie Muniz.
Yes. He looks like he's about to get in the middle of something.
He's a gig for that guy. He just had to mouth fake words.
Yeah. You're the only man in the world I'd have given her up to by now.
Well, that was too easy.
Thank you.
All right, now I got to blow up the high school.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Benedict. I'm glad I ran into you because if you don't give Mom and Dad a lift home, they're going to be in trouble because I'm going to take the car, which was what I was going to ask you to tell Dad.
Oh, but
Thanks
Andrew,
a lot for your help in this emergency, sir.
Wow, that mind was so smooth.
Does he have any friends his own age?
I don't think he does.
Well, that's a loaded question, Derek. What age is he?
Oh, yeah. Oh, down he goes.
The closer he gets to you.
I mean, he could be 7.
Telegram.
He could be 35.
that's what it says here, mister.
It says Doc Brown is in 1830.
There, my autograph. $20.
Thank you, Rolf. Would you like to go to the gazebo with me?
Uh,
Now I could just find somebody to read this to me.
I can't read Canadian. What is this?
I should really shoot that telegram girl. I've got a telegram from Canada.
According to this piece of paper, I should knock and then say land shark.
Nice. Oh, they call that the Danny Tanner.
I'm Rooney. Andy Rooney. I mean Mickey Rooney.
Oh,
Let's get
Messed
those
with that
pants
one.
back off.
You have betrayed me, Coat!
my phone.
Why did you bring that with you, you dink?
Was that made of sugar glass? Why the hell did that crack so easy?
It must have been cracked because I was dancing so close.
I'll just throw the broken glass in the family clock, I guess.
As quoted from Family Guy, hey, your clock doesn't flush.
Oh,
What
jeez.
light through yonder window?
Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Juliet is the sun.
Everyone thinks they're Romeo, but nobody wants to die.
Meh.
She speaks, yet she says
Oh, speak for yourself, Katie. I've been seeing this movie for 20 minutes.
but I am too bold. It is not to me she speaks. 2 of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres.
Hey, Mickey. It's not an iPad. She's not actually seeing you. Smooth.
Gonna wash that man right out of my hair. Gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way.
Wait, is it okay to not wear pants in this case? I'm not sure.
Now brace yourself. This is the first movie with full frontal nudity.
So, in other words, you're getting the full Mickey? I got to put on my robe to answer a phone. Thank God no one's knocking at the door because I got to put on my tuxedo then.
Did he put on more robes as he walked downstairs?
Go answer the phone, Hef.
Little did they know,
Hello, dear.
Mickey Rooney was all robes and sneakers.
Listen, this is the police station calling. I tried to get you before to tell you we got your phone call about the water. We couldn't get in the house, so we turned it off at the outside meter.
Also, we called a SWAT team on the guy you were playing video games with.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Officer Lauren Green.
Well, time to join that opium den. If people catch me like this, I'll just say I'm a Klansman.
Oh, no, not the door that automatically locks because that's what home doors did back then. House doors. House doors.
Alexa, do not let Mickey Rooney in. Defeated once again. You win, window. So it's like a one-man play of Roxanne, huh?
I do enjoy that he eats it every so often.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller.
Hello, police. I just saw a small old woman break into the Hardy home.
So that's how you do a one-man show of Home Alone.
I'll take War and Peace to the bath with me.
Hey Mickey, you're already outside. You're already inside. Put some clothes on. How hard could it be? Didn't they invent Velcro yet?
Or just grab your keys.
I think everyone's just waiting for a nip slip.
Careful, he wasn't Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Not in a good way. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone.
Oh, there's the twist. He was a were-Rooney.
Silver. All these fruit tree tops.
Covers a lot of ground real quick with somebody with short legs.
Hey, Mike, in one of the earlier 14 movies, they explain how he failed to not to starve to death.
So comedy hadn't been invented yet, I guess, in the 40s.
The comedy is coming from inside the house. Too bad he's outside. Always.
When was comedy invented?
Well, there's the car. He must be around somewhere.
There's a light in the house.
Well, he was dancing with me when all of a sudden he disappeared.
Why don't we use film as a visual medium and show what we're looking at?
He said he absolutely had to get a bubble bath no matter what.
Huh, now I gotta go and denounce Jesus 3 times.
You know, actually, in the 40s, people used to go to movies that were less interesting than their own lives as a way to relax.
All right, nothing to see here.
Good evening, young lady. Anything wrong?
Everything is fine, officer.
The surgery went well.
Hey, wait a minute.
You're a prowler.
You see, Emily, you did turn the stove off.
You're the famous kissing bandit we keep hearing about.
Knows that something's wrong. Burglars.
Emily, burglars.
Did they interrupt a funeral to come check this out?
Does this belong to you?
We caught him trying to murder a girl in a shower in a hotel across the way.
Well, Andrew.
I'm an innocent victim of circumstances.
Hey, Curly Howard's gonna sue.
If that's the picture of innocence, I wonder what he'd look like if you were guilty.
Well, come on.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Good night. Good night.
You'd need full color for that.
Well, Emily, any of that turkey left?
Yes, I'll fix your sandwich.
Yeah.
Well, time to put my cummerbund for my nightcap.
I'm with your son tonight.
Andrew's thinking of getting married.
No.
Didn't he ask
Shit.
me if the girl would mind settling down in a small town? You know what I saw him looking at in the store window this morning?
Porn.
Body on bed. A baby's bathtub. Andrew's thinking of getting married and having a baby.
If he stares at any more windows, I'm afraid he'll start waiting in line for the iPhone .1.
Oh, James, speak to him.
The iPhone 0.0001.
Yeah.
Very well, Emily. It's very...
Hey, no leaving the kitchen without your hat.
I'm an expert on the subject.
What a diss.
Are you in the bath? Can I come too?
I put my biohazard sign on the door for a reason, Dad. Get the natural light off me!
Hello, Andrew.
You interrupted me. I was
I'm
about to
sorry
start
if I
singing
caused you
"Good
any
Night, My Someone."
All right, that's all right. I thought maybe we might have a little talk. Sort of man to man.
Man, to
Oh, good. I finally get to hear about the birds and the bees.
Considering some of the things you've done in the past, wearing your Aunt Millie's kimono seems sane and conservative. Before I was
Well, it did get me out of the Air Force.
Before you were
Well,
married.
it is a very conservative robe.
Dad, before
That's
you were
true.
married, you went out and had lots of fun. I mean, you went out to parties and with girls and things like that.
Did you have as much fun as I'm having now?
Remember that
We didn't have parties in the 1900s.
We hadn't invented fun yet.
But after you.
Yes, me and Mother stood around the butter churn for 4 hours. It was a blast.
Certainly not.
Sure, I've been to an opium den or two in my time.
Oh, I was a messenger all throughout the Orient, son. Ah, the things I saw.
Yes, I saw the dancing girls show their ankles, but you shouldn't do that.
You thinking about getting
Sure. We all want to drink absinthe once the Kaiser has passed on, but you...
Mom, when you were a freshman, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Of law school, of undergrad, of high school. Freshman what?
That was from a Wainwright girl, wasn't it?
You know, son, I can understand the kimono, but why the heels?
Dad, I think you're entitled to know that I'm planning on asking Kay to marry me.
And I'm not your son.
Mm-hmm. So, this is the real thing, is it?
Well, Kay hasn't said anything to me, and I haven't spoken to her, but while I was away, we wrote to each
But
other.
we've gotten pretty good at reading each other's minds, so...
Oh, I had dates with other
We had
girls.
kind of
Not
a
woman,
Ray
maybe.
Kylo Ren thing going.
That's the best way to do it. When neither of you talk about it at all, and then that way one of you can get your heart broken.
Go back to
We
college.
just dreamed about each other
Wednesday
from other
train.
planets.
So soon? Oh, I'm beginning to understand the enthusiasm for a Wainwright education.
Everything I said about college.
A
I meant.
Rufus Wainwright
I meant it if I
education.
hadn't meant it. I really do want to go back to school. The fact that Kay is there is not slowing me down any, though.
You've
It's my lack of literacy that's slowing me down.
Maybe you want it then.
Yes, that's if it's all right with you and Mom.
Because I'll only marry her if it's okay with you guys.
I think you better.
Well, that's okay. I mean, we'll have to stay in the dorm room with you for 6 months, but after that, you're on your own.
Good night, Andrew.
If that is your real name.
Good night, my someone.
By the way, son, that's a picture of Rod Serling. Put that down.
I've made 12 sandwiches while you were talking.
I'll never win the peanut butter competition at this rate.
I had to invent a whole new sauce while I was waiting for you.
Oh.
Darling, that's a potholder.
Wednesday.
Oh, no.
That's right after Tuesday.
He's leaving home.
So he's supposed to be in his early 20s. When did they have them? Their 60s?
No, just possible this girl isn't even interested in Andrew.
Oh, wouldn't we be lucky?
Oh, believe me, I took that
But
temperature
doesn't
weeks
mean that
ago.
Every girl in the world wants Andrew for her husband.
Now, honey, how are you doing with that combination of mustard and mayonnaise that will speed up sandwich production?
I'm going to Wainwright to see this girl. When Andrew leaves, I'm going to be on the train with him.
Well, I think we should both see her, but not like that. We don't want to come down.
Let's have the whole family go on a train trip.
Emily.
See, what they haven't said is in one of the first 14 movies, they established that there's a prophecy that when Andy gets married, his firstborn son will be the Antichrist.
Rose Mandy's baby?
Over there,
Yeah.
I'm just saving. Unless that vampire decides to marry him right away.
Is she even speaking English?
I can't understand the Canadian what dialect that is. No.
Dorm, will you please? I'll pay you right
Well,
now.
if you figure on hoofing it, it's a long way.
Doesn't W.C. Fields want his hat back?
Take me right to River City, Iowa, please.
Is it me or just back then everyone talked so fast all the time?
You're
Frosh. You frosh?
Look up the original ingredient in Coca-Cola at the time, Katie, and you may have a hint.
I think that Dick Van Dyke doll will be very helpful to me.
Hello, Andrew. Welcome back to Wainwright.
Golly, Mary, I want to lasso the moon for you.
Oh, you haven't run downhill yourself.
What are you doing for the whole rest of the year? I figure if we have about 5 or 6.
What are you doing for the? No pressure.
Be a chance to catch my breath.
What's
And
that
for
like?
you to catch up to my height.
It's compulsory. I'm still a
You
freshman.
know, I asked people
You wouldn't
that
want me to get
question
in trouble
earlier
by
this
not
year.
going
It
with
did
you.
not pan
Of course
out
I'm
well
going
for
with
any
you.
of them.
You know, Kay, a man could look for the rest of his life for a girl like you.
Well, what are you gonna do?
But I'll make a man out of you. Hit it.
We have something very special.
Why is this guy's bow tie not spinning when he sees her?
The dance will give us a chance to have a long, serious talk about us.
What did you say, Mike? Exactly. That's all diplomatic treaties were resolved in the 40s through dances.
I think there are some people that
Can't have a serious conversation, just the two of us in an isolated room. We must have it on a dance floor.
Hello, dude.
Hey, it's George Herbert Walker Bush.
The Magna Carta was written with a band playing Ira Gershwin.
Gosh, wow.
You too can be the life of the party. I was overwaiting for an answer to some telegrams. It's
I was just hanging around by a Cubs banner.
drawn on my allowance.
I've never gotten a telegram.
Thank you.
You know, I admired the 30-year-old still wearing his Letterman sweater.
It's just a bot.
I will laugh.
Something wrong?
No, not really. It's from
Just
my
the man that I actually love, who's actually not a child like you.
The telegram has said that Montreal has allowed to spell center with an ER.
To put it
Good job, Gary Cole Sr.
Terrific.
If you put me on your shoulders and we wear a trench coat, we can go see a movie.
All I can say is nice pull, brother.
Well, Duke, you know, I've been away for such a long time
That's
now.
just exactly why I'm asking.
By the way, Jimmy Durante wants his hat back.
I've given you a lot that a kid right out of high school hasn't got. Now this dance, for instance. It's for the frosh, and they're not doing anything.
Oh, this just turned into an educational short
looking
film.
around for a freshman to be chairman of the dance
I'm
committee.
not learning anything.
Well,
Now,
it just
all you have
started.
to do is see that they're on every frosh.
Okay, well, when this is over, I still haven't learned anything.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy. You've made old Duke a very happy man.
Now, if you excuse me, I gotta be the head on one side from our new theme song, WCA by WCA.
He does a handstand and they can spell YMCA.
There you go. Yes. At least that's what they call it.
Mickey Rooney was the world's oldest teenager.
Well, very well, Mr. Tiny Duke. Old Duke South knows.
They keep getting older and older, and I stay the same age.
Yes, that explains movies 3 through 11.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. W.
Your servant, lady.
Uncle Duke, you're a campus big shot. Have you
Uncle Duke?
What's your problem, young lady? And come just a little.
Where's Bo and Luke at?
Do you like my hair?
Hair? Sure. High
It's
class.
somewhere around
I
this
don't
part of
see
my
any
head.
hair.
Very nice face. One of the best.
Put it under a big
I'm
W.
not exactly stupid either.
So you're talking to Uncle Duke. Let your hair down.
Oh,
Here's
that was
my
dirtier than I
I'm
usually
a
go.
frosh named Coffin. I've been around.
I'm proud.
Nobody's
I'm finally rubbing off on you.
I don't problem you. I don't see somebody takes care of that.
Hooray. Find some
Whoa!
Say it like
that
you
is-
mean it.
That's the sultriest hooray I've ever heard. Next up, Lauren Bacall going, yippee.
Oh, you're a cinch. Don't take my word for it. Look at yourself in the mirror.
you look.
And then say Candyman 3
but I have
times.
bad self-esteem.
Nice one, BWOC.
Holy smoke.
You're an Amazon.
I feel like Mickey Rooney.
That's the trouble, Uncle Duke. I'm taller than anybody.
Well, just stop standing next to
Well,
Andy
to be-
Hardy and you'll be fine.
I'm
Well, that's-
Dorothy Zabornak.
But that's not true. Wait till the cameo appearance by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No soap, Uncle Duke. Why pretend? I'm an awful big girl.
You're more an Uncle Viscount.
But I like an awful big girl.
Look.
Wait for 40 years when the WNBA is established and you'll be fine.
Yes, sir, you'll be there. If it takes
She's
two
getting
guys-
taller.
just removed his lifts. That's all.
Well, looks like you've got yourself a sale. Press it up for
That's good. Now put it back on that toy monkey.
I know I can always get a suit here at the juniors section in J.C. Penney.
But I could pay you on the first of the month. Why don't you come in the first of the month? Maybe we'll...
Boom, roasted. You poor.
You got to have them tailor it first, then they can't sell it again.
Hello, Matrix. Get me out of here.
I'd like to place a call to Judge James K. Hardy in Carville, please. This is
I'll pay in the first of the month, sure.
I'll wait right here.
Yeah, Carvel ice cream. Yes, please get me Fudgy the Whale.
Yes, my aunt's kimono. Why do you ask?
Window. Yeah, sure it is, sir.
That's my jacket.
It's Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, yeah. This will look great for my first communion.
Did the brain surgery do okay, guy?
What do I care? I'm loaded.
Well, excuse me.
I'm not calling Honolulu. Doesn't fit you.
I'm chock full of liver and onions, kid.
Operator, we'll try the courthouse with the
Nothing says rich like a beanie.
That's it's a little bit too big anyhow.
If it's too big for him, my God.
I don't expect to get any more. Well, that's okay with me. I don't like it anyway. Hello, Dad. Remember all of that money I gave you to hold for me and told you not to give it back to me under any circumstances?
Help!
Well,
I have a circumstance.
50 of it right away, will you?
Well, Dad, you're a judge. You know what jail means?
But Dad, you're a judge. You know the laws. Isn't there some way you can break a non-breakable agreement?
What? I have to cut the goat lengthwise until the blood spills outside the pentagram? Well, okay.
Give my love to Mom. Goodbye.
I blame you, Jacket.
That's just the trouble. Everybody worries about my future, but nobody worries about my now. Look,
wow, like this, huh?
For at least a
the
few
mindful Andy Hardy.
Andy Hardy gets depressed.
That's the millennial mantra, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a fake contest going on.
Hats.
Oh, I'll never win a contest for bigness.
oh. I'll pay you $5 for that goat.
Enter your contest. Oh, you got the contest one already, huh?
Can I live inside this little tent?
$62.50 of it.
Little did he know he was a sailor.
Hi. Can I take your books for you?
Thank you.
All right, I'll sell these books for a fortune.
Welcome, old grads.
Greek this morning.
Greek to me. How was political science?
Greek to me. At least these first few weeks have been.
Have I told you my hair doesn't move?
Ooh, I got a new dream dress for the dance. Wait till you see it.
Me too. It's from my aunt.
Hardy.
Here's a note from the dean marked important.
Note, it looks like the telegram from all the other scenes where someone opens a piece of paper.
Can you read this?
Oh, I wonder what I'd do now.
It says, "Dear Andy Hardy, start running." I wonder what that means.
That's unusual. They took a.
Hold these, Kay. I'll
They got
see
a.
you in jail.
He's got a telegram, but they didn't take a 10-minute shot of it so we could read it.
Hmm.
Why is the doorknob at his chest? I feel bad making fun of his height so much because I also am a very short person. But
I think the dean wanted to see me.
Somebody wants to see you.
Oh, hey, Mike, to quote, oh, Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. How I love to hear you whine.
Oh, Dad, Andrew.
He looks like a 12-year-old who's wearing the borrowed suit at the restaurant.
Oh, for nearly 100 years, your father's been promising to bring me here for homecoming week.
Have you found my black golf ball yet?
Homecoming. He hasn't even been here for 2 days.
Yeah, White Webster. He's played by Mickey Moe.
Goodness. Andrew, you look at least an inch taller.
Wow, I doubled my height.
We've got a freshman here this year, the kind that takes just any girl and the kind that takes Kay Wilson, and that's me.
That is you, isn't it?
Well, we'll meet your young lady this evening, huh?
You'll meet her and you'll love her.
Why do you have a half a deflated basketball on your head?
Oh, thank you.
Well, Andrew, I suppose you'll be running around like a chicken with his head off till 8 o'clock.
Well, Dad, I still have to round
Let's demonstrate.
I have to see the student council president, Duke Johnson, and then at dinner
I believe
tonight I have a
he
meeting
is,
with
yes.
my committee. But I can cancel all that.
No, nothing of the kind, nothing of the kind.
Yeah, no, it'll have to be breakfast at Tiffany's till someone cancels Mickey Rooney.
So we'll see you at the dance.
Hello, Harvey.
Parents interest. Good job walking through the minefield, Mickey.
If I told you where you could pick up $10 without lifting a finger.
Isn't it awkward that you both have the same outfit?
Well, then, if I told you where you
Nope,
could
I was
get
wrong.
$40
He's dead.
without a lick of wood, you still believe me?
Absolutely. What is this, a gag? I'm busy.
That's a good
One more
point. He was
question,
he
that's
lived long
all.
enough
If
to
I
do
tell
a
you where you
cameo
get
in that
$75,
first
why just
Muppet
ask me
movie
for it?
back.
You'd split it with me, wouldn't you?
You carry me like a football.
Word of 75.
So he played Scooter, right?
Boy, my sport coat.
Well, he played Andy Hardy. He's still playing Andy Hardy.
From the grave.
Death laughs at Andy Hardy.
Andy Hardy on the tomb of Andy Hardy.
Oh.
Va va va
I'm Andrew
boom.
Hardy.
I heard there's auditions for Mannequin Point 2.
I'm Andrew.
Sorry, I mistook you for Garbo.
Something I can do for you? Yes, I'm Andrew Hardy. Well,
Can you give me some acting lessons?
I think I won your prize, it says here.
Oh, of course. Congratulations, Mr.
You killed that goat, huh?
In 5s and 10s, I don't care.
Oh, the prize isn't in catch.
Ooh.
The prize
Is remember the handicap? Remember the Hitchhiker's Code?
Merchandise.
Merchandise.
I'd like a gift certificate.
Mickey Rooney the lunchbox. Mickey Rooney the Burger King glass. Mickey Rooney the flamethrower.
This contest, much less win it.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I'll
Yeah.
have to think it over.
What about a job? Can I have a job?
On the plus side, he did win the contest for bigness.
Wait for me. I want to talk to you.
Hey, can that beanie stop rocks? Just wondering.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm certainly glad I caught you. I've been trying to phone you all over town.
I've been trying to tell you to take that ridiculous hat off.
Andrew.
Oh, I won their prize in
I'm
merchandise.
glad to see the caterpillar on your neck has molted.
Maybe you could go in and buy something for the dance tonight, like some stockings or something like that.
That's
Some
awfully
silk
sweet,
stockings.
Andrew, but that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I'm going home.
And I just bought a lifetime
afternoon.
supply of bras.
Home?
You can't dance there.
You mean that you won't be able to go to the dance tonight?
No, I won't. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay,
I
what
don't
about
need
the
to
next
butt into your private affairs, but
Oh,
This is-
that's quite all right, Andrew. Well, this is a family matter.
you told me you didn't have any family.
That matters.
Remember? Oh, goodbye, Andrew. I've got to run. I have a train to catch.
Goodbye, Kay. I don't know how I'm going to get along here without you, but you will hurry back, won't you?
I do know you know how to run real fast.
When I get back, we'll have that long talk.
Yeah, when you get back, remember, I've got something awfully important to tell you.
But that'll be 14 Andy Hardy movies from now.
Phones do exist. We've seen them use them.
Only to call Western Union. All right, Andy's best outfit yet. Sorry, pool not deep enough.
Gee, that reminds me. How would you like to take a very nice girl to the Frosh get-together?
Couldn't you give me a little one? About 8 or 9 feet tall?
Whoa, wait, this is all chlorine. Oh,
Belly flopped into that pool.
Yeah.
oh, head trauma. Because she's so tall, you see. Oh, good. And Andy Rooney has a flotation device.
Duke, can I speak to you for a minute?
Oh, hello, Mr. Chairman. Say, you must have things pretty well greased up for tonight.
Hey, you're not wearing pants. What is it, dinner already?
Resigned, Duke. My girl went out of town, and the chairman can't show up stag camp.
Oh, don't worry about a thing. How do you like them, smart or pretty? Go ahead, take your pick.
Whoa, that kind of pool, huh?
The dumb ones cost extra.
Well, you see, Duke, I've been going.
Can I get one from the grotto?
Friend, I have selected you a partner for
Can
this
you stop
afternoon.
touching me?
Platonic. In short, you will platonic her,
In short, huh?
and I can guarantee that she will platonic you. But you can't quit in a crisis. We count on you. The college counts on you.
Take it from Bert Convey Sr.
You can't float there in the briny name of Smith.
Glub, 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 glub.
You must.
Well, if it's for the good of the
I'll
college.
take the girl from the pool from Showgirls. No, wait, I'll take the girl from the pool from Species.
Mickey Rooney's about to die by snoo.
No, you're not supposed to put him in water or feed him after midnight.
Are you Miss Smith? I'm Andrew Hardy.
Miss Sniff?
Andrew? Duke Johnson said that you couldn't go to the dance with me, could you?
Yes, I could. Uncle Duke guaranteed to get me a date. Uncle Duke's a great man. 8 o'clock Girls Dome, and I'll guarantee.
So should I start calling my peers aunt and uncle? Is that hip?
Oh wait, no, he's gonna grow up to
Tonight,
be
I'm a girl that
the
thinks not of
drug addict
romance,
from
but dancing.
Doonesbury.
Don't be late, Uncle Andrew.
Fun quiz. Guess what he's standing on?
Another Mickey Rooney.
It's Mickey's all the way down.
No one in this movie knows how to dive.
They
I
hadn't
don't know how
invented diving yet in the 40s.
The only dive they know is how to take one. Careful, they're reenacting Chappaquiddick down there. No, you're in the Nirvana cover. No, you.
My face is melting off. My face is melting off.
Hey,
Come
come back.
down. That water's nearly 2 feet deep.
Jeez,
Hey,
wow.
come back. I nearly drowned your date. I got to get you another one.
Andy Hardy's Life of Leisure at the pool waiting room.
Oh, I thought you were my date.
No, I'm sorry. I'm Andrew Hardy. You're waiting for Coffee Smith.
I'm a private eye.
There, she'll probably be up in a minute.
Thank you.
Coffee Smith?
Yes.
Barista, I think, is what they call them.
Maybe she goes by Kathy. Is it Kathy?
Oh,
I guess my nickname is Venti, James Venti.
Oh, he's definitely barely a tall.
Mr. Hardy, would you mind telling her whom you're waiting for?
Not at all. Coffee Smith.
And Godot.
Why, Coffee Smith's been dead for 42 years.
I knew this day would come.
yeah, and unfortunately, Coffee's gonna want a $5 shake, and he doesn't have the money.
My real name is
We'll prove it to you. Who did you say you were waiting for?
Coffee Smith.
These bitches.
Yeah, no kidding.
She's a perfectly lovely girl, and they're making fun of her because she's tall.
Good evening, Uncle Andrew. Coffee Smith arriving.
Good evening.
So none of them were actually going to find you.
They may have been up to something, Mike. Yes.
You want me to do the escalator gag?
I guess there's no doubt that you're seeing what you're seeing, and I'm seeing what I'm seeing.
Hold on, maybe I have a pair of ballet slippers I can wear.
Well, if they have a kid, it'll come out as average height.
Danny could have picked out.
And I'd have been smaller than pretty nearly any girl.
It's quite a problem going through life like the Statue of Liberty without her torch.
I can be the torch.
You know, I once toyed with the idea of gigantism as a fetish, but the logistics of it just turned me off.
Wait a minute. Wait just a minute.
Maybe if you spend the whole night on the stairs.
Look, I'm a really good climber.
Dance? You and me? Together?
Why, certainly. It's not how tall you are or how short you are. It's what you got.
But don't worry, this movie's going to have a happy ending as they win the limbo competition.
Too tall or too small to do
Hey,
something.
there was a bigness contest. Would you like to go enter it?
Out and kick him right in the teeth. We'll show
Let's show him, Uncle Andrew.
him.
Stop saying that.
You're looking
Is that
mighty
just a-
handsome yourself.
Is that a
big boy.
regional thing?
Oh,
Her thing.
oh, Andy, I want to dunk you like a croissant.
Oh, Andy, my little churro.
The way we brought Andrew up.
Oh, Andy, I want to wrap you around my finger.
Nice.
Well, you know, Emily, love is blind.
Now remember, no going on the electric slide this time, Emily.
Andrew,
There's so many birds in here.
Wow, he scored Betty Page.
How you doing?
Scared. No feeling from the knees down.
oh, I wonder what their children will look like.
Average height, like we said.
I'll be dancing from here on out.
Together where this dance started, and when the music starts, break clean and no hitting in the clinches.
And I'll be standing on the stage, and she'll stay on the ground.
All right, everyone, party rock anthem.
What? Humana.
You're tall enough to be his brother.
I don't know. His head is at the perfect height.
You know, maybe you guys shouldn't have had a short kid. Did you ever think of that?
I tell my parents that every day.
Everybody's watching us.
You should have had all the vowel vitamins.
Let her lead.
Why don't we
Ouch.
just go home and I'll eat you?
Jump for my love. Jump in.
Chris meet Cross. And now throws him into the punch bowl.
I bet she'll fly him to the moon.
This might actually be
Which he can
right
also reach.
Just don't look, Dad.
Honestly, I think you'd lose a lot of street cred for always looking to your parents for approval.
here. You lose that nickel. Well, no, it's not too late.
He's stronger than most men on the floor, so.
You know what? Maybe if they had a minute, they probably should have rehearsed this.
I believe this is the deleted scene from Tom Cruise's in Eyes Wide Shut.
You didn't want him to play football?
Well, I didn't want him to be the football.
Yeah.
Teach me how to Dougie.
This is like when I tried to do that to Travis.
That's how you get rid of Charlie Sheen.
Oh, Andrew, we had to get out of it some way.
Swell coffee. We showed them, didn't we?
But do you mind if we have all the...
Coffee, you're grounded.
While Duke Johnson lives,
Why, Uncle Duke.
may I borrow the champion for this struggle?
Why, certainly.
Sure, you're slightly tall, slightly less short.
Thank you.
Taller than him.
Come on, lift me up by your back, lady.
Excuse me, Mom and Dad. I just realized.
I have to move to another city.
Thank you.
And a different college.
Pretty beautiful, but do you think she stopped growing?
Mom, that girl, she isn't.
Oh, I'm beginning to see. And that young lady wasn't your girl, was she, Annie?
No, that's right, Dad. That's Coffee Smith. I had to bring her because the chairman couldn't come stay. My girl, Kay, she had to go.
Yeah, and Fruit Punch Jones wasn't available.
Family trouble or something.
Well, nothing serious, I hope.
I don't know, Mom. I've been worried sick.
Oh, I think everything will turn out all right, Andrew. When's she coming back?
I mean, no one's loaded their weapons yet.
This may have been your first date at college, but I'll bet everybody knew you were there.
They won't call you the Invisible Man either.
I can't give you a number. Anything.
No, you're you're more of a werewolf.
Spread it all over yourself.
Why, you can buy your sport jacket.
And it says you're a hidden charm.
It's like a new hat for a woman. It'll put bubbles in your gum.
No, Coffee. The prize isn't in cash. It's $75 in merchandise. Well, what would I do with, stuff like that?
I mean,
Brother.
I have an
Funny you
idea.
can't give
Have
fluff.
you heard of SEX before?
Exclusive with us leotards. Just in for
This
me.
is from the Lily Tomlin collection.
I thought it was the Kelly Ball collection.
Oh yeah.
Here is Paula Poundstone in her regular stand-up routine. Goodbye and good riddance.
Wow, these semesters are short.
Here it is.
James.
By the way, the fact that they can spell thanks with an X shows that they're in college. Wait, it started on New Year's and ends on New Year's?
Be sure to take care of Mama.
We're only an hour and 10 minutes in.
You guys are in the car next to the Thin Man, so don't.
Hey, Andrew.
Lloyd Webber.
You look swell. Mom, this is the girl I've been telling you about. Kay Wilson.
Are you going to join the Starlight Express, Andrew?
Oh,
Are you going to tell him that's his secret sister, or will I?
Oh, we thought you were fake, but you're actually as tall as he is.
Father, Judge Hardy.
Privilege, sir.
Thank you. We've been looking forward to this ourselves.
Isn't it just my luck? You're leaving and Kay Wilson just gets here.
The night train.
There's nothing I knew about that.
Miami, Florida.
You better get on the Polar Express if we want to see Tom Hanks.
Goodbye, young lady. It's been very nice meeting you.
Thank you.
It would help some if you'd see that our offspring here spends a little time on his studies.
Oh, he will.
See, keep them separated. Of course his offspring would like it.
Oh, remember, we love you very much, dear.
Have a good trip.
Look, there's so many things I'd like to talk over with you.
I feel so naked without my top hat, honey.
Have a good trip, Dad.
Did these guys come up the station? What's happening there?
Aren't my family something? And they like you very much, too. I can tell.
I like them.
Yeah, that whole 50 seconds was amazing.
You look even better than before you went away, so I guess everything must be okay, huh?
Yes, everything's all right. Which way are you going?
Anywhere you're
Just
going.
don't ask where the money comes from.
Jake, will you take Miss Wilson's bags, please? Girls' dormitory.
Thanks, but I don't work here. Oh well, free stuff for me.
You know, I get mistaken for
Without you, and I'll
store
never forgive
employees
your
all the
family
time
troubles
too.
for killing our date.
We'll have our date, Andrew. Will you take me to the concert at the Greek Theater tonight?
Kay, you used to be out of this world, but even you were improving. And this time, nothing's going to stop us from having
Consider you K plus.
the concert. Well, I positively got to.
You're my K-12.
Andrew, perhaps I'd better tell you now that I...
No, that was the other girl.
No. But I have got something I positively got to ask you right now.
Anything.
What's with the stupid hat?
Miss Kroll, you get yourself ready, comb your hair, polish your shoes, and pick me up at 7:45.
And take that stupid hat off.
Kay, how long has the human race been in existence before this generation?
2,000 years.
How could they have gone all that time without you?
Oh, he's like a Marty McFly of his day.
Same height.
Oh, nah.
All right, I'm gonna beat his ass.
Time for the Duke to teach him some manners.
Lady, if I had a hat on, I'd take it off to you. You are.
But I only have my earmuffs.
So instead, I'll take them up and put the left one in the right one. That will show something.
And doesn't hide the figure.
Every girl on the campus.
So why are you wearing the outfit from Rogue from the X-Men? Is it because of Andy's army outfit?
Soft coffee. Here goes the parade.
It's from the Deja Thoris collection.
Coffee! Super! And Duke Johnson, too. Not
He's
very
slightly
good.
almost not as tall as you.
Don't you like it when people gossip at you?
Hey, shouldn't you guys be waiting for Batman to climb up the side of that building?
What is it?
What sizes do they come in, Coffee? I want to get one a little too small. Latest thing from the East.
Coffee, I'll find out where you got it if I have to take the town apart.
Save your strength, gals. You got to see Coffee Smith because she controls the entire local supply.
And the Waterfront District.
Dormitory, 6 p.m. And don't forget to bring all your next year's allowance.
So she's connected.
Leave me weak and hungry.
She's starting a pyramid scheme.
I would argue, from the look of it, 2 pyramid schemes.
Oh, I get it. Those clothes came from LuLaRoe.
Meanwhile, in the Socratic debates. Meanwhile, the hot new rock group, the Capitol Steps.
Can you hear anything with that on?
She looks like a basset hound.
We're straight out of the nativity scene.
Yeah. I love this part. It's when Judas Maccabee shows up.
So when does When does Kenneth Branagh come out in a wheelchair?
Be honest, you forgot to take your turby towel off before you got out of the bath.
You know, tonight is made up for everything.
I'm glad, Andrew, because there's something I want to tell you.
Are they both rapturing right now? Is that what this music's supposed to indicate?
Get it out.
Please, Andrew.
No, I've got to just tell you. Let me first.
Shut up. Shut up.
Before, and now when it's the most important time of all, I seem to get all tongue-tied.
Wait, let me...
How can I tell you that I broke up with you for a gigantus?
Sorry.
I've been upset.
I was upset on account of it. And how?
I suddenly became aware of something that's been staring me in the face for a long time.
The Israel-Palestinian conflict.
Came as quite a shock.
I know how that can be.
I've told you about...
I licked a light socket once.
He wired me, and I went home to see him.
Wired? That's for coffee.
Andrew, because you and I have been such great friends...
Oh,
I want you
shit.
to
Don't
know
say that.
A lot of this sounds really familiar.
I remember this from the last 10 movies.
Aw, you little moon-faced boy. Don't worry about it.
I guess I should have told you sooner, but, well...
I enjoyed leading you on.
I wasn't sure myself.
What if I became a Karate Kid? Would you love me then?
Love kicks Andy Hardy in the dick.
Thanks, Andrew. Dane will be here tomorrow, and because he doesn't know anybody here, and because we owe so much to you, we'd like you to be best man at our wedding.
Best man?
What's either of those things like?
Out of this world.
Also, he's infertile, so can we borrow some of your sperm?
Also, could you drive me there tomorrow?
Success he's made.
And we need help moving.
Will you officiate our wedding?
I'm sure that you're going to be satisfied with staying home with
Sting?
an old man of 35.
All that tantric sex and shit? Come on,
Dane
man.
is a young man of 36. I'm going to be the happiest girl in the world.
Except for Gidget.
Congratulations.
And I'll make sure you are every time I stare into your front window.
Chapel. I saw the chapel the first day I got here.
It was the tallest building in the city.
You mind if we leave now? I've got some studying to do, and
Well, I mind if you leave.
Instead of walking me across the campus, why don't you take the shortcut back to the dorm?
Oh, another burn.
what do you do? Oh, I had a swell time tonight.
Great. Now make sure we just don't get seen leaving from the same location.
I just figured out what I would do with all that lingerie I could have bought.
Hey, Lise, if you roll back the tape, you can see his heartbreak right here.
I'm awful busy.
Not
You smashed my face into your chest. I'm sad.
Mm-hmm. What is this?
It's the profit on the leotards. Your sport jacket. It's $85. Why, you're a millionaire.
Even in Canada, that doesn't quite check out.
This is Coffee Smith, and we're still partners. What's the trouble?
She would be a great mob boss. We're still partners.
The thing is, with Mickey Rooney, every walk on campus is a walk of shame.
Best man at King Wilson's wedding. She's marrying her guardian.
What? Coffee thinks wearing a garden is weird.
Well, at least I've got supercar.
Oh, Edsel, you won't let me down. I know. I'll cut the brake lines.
DK.
Donkey Kong.
It's going on like DK.
He's going to key that car.
I would too.
Andrew! Andrew, here I am.
Oh,
Don't touch Christine.
okay.
I wore my formal wedding beanie.
I brought this.
Thank you, Andrew.
I knew you would, so I didn't let Dane buy me a bridal bouquet.
I knew you. Oh my God. This woman.
Yeah.
By the way, here's a Sharpie. Can you write King Cuck on your forehead?
But that's not really fixing the food, you know.
I guess so. Everything's set.
Buddy Ebsen.
Andrew, this is Dane.
Andrew, how are you?
Dane Cook? Oh, you're my comedy legend.
For the minister.
The ring is in your left-hand coat pocket. And
Just so you know, when I get pregnant, my husband won't be available to be in the delivery room. Would you be there?
Marrying Jay Peterman.
Of course not.
Okay, Mrs. Kittredge.
Which is great, because at the wedding, they'll P. Jaderman.
May I have the ring?
Well, you didn't buy the ring, Mickey?
Oh, this is great, because I didn't even buy rings.
With this ring I thee wed. With this ring I thee wed.
Oh, come on. Can't they have the scene where they say if anyone objects to this wedding so it could have Mickey Rooney rubbing his collar for 10 minutes?
He was her guardian, so he basically groomed her to marry him. That's great.
That's kind of my take on it, too.
The line forms at the right, Andrew.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's the only kiss he ever got from her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Andy, but we really can't consummate the marriage unless we have you watch. How do you spell best man?
Oh, here, thank you, Dr. White. It was a very...
I think she's wearing the Elizabethan collar too high.
You were a tower of strength. And Andrew,
Stepped off of the set of The Flying Nun.
Yes.
I think she's feeling threatened, so she's extending her thrills.
Right, she's about to spit on Wayne Knight.
Good old efficiency, Kittredge.
All right, Andy, now drive us home.
Bye. Come on, bye.
Wait, you're supposed to be dragged along wearing that tin can outfit.
Why'd she go to college in the first place?
Just this face and this coat. That's all I need.
She was just looking for that MRS degree.
I wonder why they spell it D-Fry.
Buy a watch.
Coffee?
Gets dark early now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, now that you're blotting out the sun.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I could get a gun, Coffee?
Selling leotards is awfully hard on the feet.
Is it?
It's a tough rap, Uncle Andrew.
Oh. Just one of those things, take them as they come.
That's the way to look at it.
It's not as if she were the only co-ed here. There are plenty of them. New ones every semester.
The woods are full of them.
It's Sam Spade. If Sam Spade was a moping emo kid.
No. Her eyes were too big and her chin was pointed. Gosh, you couldn't even say she was pretty. I mean, not awful pretty. Not that there was anything.
You know, it's that same story. Boy meets girl. Girl dies in a tragic blimp accident.
Things her own way. Maybe even a little stubborn. Not that it wasn't nice being with her.
Well,
I'm not worried. I always had more dates than I could handle. There's no sense in making this important because it wasn't.
Why are you tossing that pigeon dropping?
Nothing different about her.
we'll always have Paris, Texas.
What we did or the way we felt or
Hurts bad.
Here's looking at your midsection, kid.
awful bad. And it keeps getting worse.
Not really. You'll feel better before you know it.
I was going to ask her to marry.
You'll have a lot of fun on that theme park of all the rides for adults that you must be this high to enter.
You've lost the one girl in the world. You can't ever see yourself falling in love again or getting married or being happy.
It adds up that way.
But it works out different.
The psychiatrist is in.
The marriage only takes two.
And
It
in-
isn't just one
But
man
not in my
for one
clan of
woman.
Amazons.
The
I
right
can have as
kind
many
of
as
man
10
for the
husbands.
Right kind of woman. Kay's the kind of girl for you, but suppose Kay'd never come to Wainwright. Would that mean you've been out of the race before it started?
I guess not.
You see, Andrew, at 14, a boy and a girl are the same age.
No
Yes!
way!
She's getting
Way to go, Socrates. Hey, you are in college.
for the responsibility of being a woman. And the fellow at 20,
It's just a kid not even getting started. Is that it?
Wait, I have more words of wisdom. I've been alive for my whole life.
You want. When everything's right, that girl will be around.
You're swell. It's neat and it's logical, and I can't argue with it.
But right now, you feel worse than before. Is that it? Might explode or how?
That's called living, Andy Hardy.
Wood.
Ooh, I'll get you, squirrel. Think you're smarter than me?
Fuck that bird.
Cheese it, it's the fuzz.
Did you call me, Emily?
Yes. James.
I'm missing 4 more kimonos. What happened to them?
You always say that, Emily, and they always turn out delicious.
Yes, but I want this one to be better than delicious.
Why is she? Her dress is like a Cosby sweater.
Wonder why I didn't let us know what train he's coming in on.
Oh, hey, they got one of those doors
You
that
don't
doesn't
think
make
the
any
train wreck, do
sense.
Well, I don't believe a railroad wrecked a whole train just so our son Andrew couldn't get home for Easter.
I wasn't talking to you.
But if famous son comes home,
The least his old dad can do is polish up his trophies.
So to speak.
Oh, my.
Package for Andrew.
No. The trophy's in the box.
from the clothing shop at the college.
Oh.
But I hang
Oh,
out
he's got
there.
some different trophies coming.
Oh, look, he mailed himself back home.
Oh. Well, I suppose that's the kind of jacket all the young men are wearing.
That's the kind of jacket that goes well with a bowl of soup. Looks good on you, though.
Wonder how.
That's weird. He had the same exact one and the same exact size when he was a toddler.
Anyway, out the window, the fresh air helped get the wrinkles out.
Now, where's the giant lollipop that comes with this suit? Damn, like double opening tax.
All
Would you be
right.
good enough?
Thank you, Maytag Repairman.
It's my new date for the dance.
What is it? Andrew!
Don't you remember how your doorbell sounds?
Oh, he's back from the military again.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
Oh, that is a hat.
I think he's mini me for Sea Thurston Howell.
Andrew!
Mom.
Well,
Oh, excuse me, Dad.
Oh, I was so afraid you found it impossible to get a berth on the train.
Impossible? You're looking at good old efficiency Hardy.
I can stow away pretty much anywhere.
I believe
That's
so.
a
In fact,
big
I've been so
puffy
busy,
hat,
I've
like
been
from the
able to
Dick
think about such
Tracy
things as
movie.
clothes.
well, maybe.
Anyway, I'm moving back in with you. My life is already over.
That's
Give me my
swell,
money.
Ma. I mean, as kids would say.
How's your young lady?
Oh, my young lady, she... I think I forgot to write you in my letters, but, Kay...
Me and Pamela Anderson are going to have a beautiful future together.
Who's married?
That's a lovely ceremony, too. I was best man. Married a fine chap, name of, Kittredge. Yes, that was it, Kittredge.
An older man, 20 years her senior.
Yes.
Classmate of yours?
No, Dane Kittredge never has been to college.
He married
Kitteridge.
She married Kit Kitteridge, the
How old is he?
American Girl
He's
doll.
young fella, roughly. I'd gauge him around 36.
Yes, it must be the
Ew.
shipbuilding company.
No, this chap is the head of a steel mill, I believe, Dan.
And that's the man. Oh, an amazing career. Dame Kittredge is an industrial wizard.
Kittredge. I've heard the name.
See, he's even bigger than the Sausage King of Chicago.
Me, very ordinary.
I think Kate's a very lucky girl to get a man as successful as that.
Excuse me, I'm...
You're negging me, Ma.
Apple pie.
It's on the icebox.
That's not where apples go.
Pretending to be somebody. Now I see. It's Dame Kittredge.
What are you going to do with that pie, Andy?
Wrong movie, Al.
Industrial wizard.
I've got one word for you.
Oh.
Kittredge.
Nuke the fridge, Andy.
Andrew.
Now, well, he found the worst thing to do with the pie.
Nice fridge, you traitorous bitch.
Put it right there, thank you.
Oh, that's my coffin.
Wow. That's for the 16th movie of the series, Derek.
Well,
Vampire Andy Hardy.
Andrew, What on earth do you want your trunk for?
You're going to be here a few days.
I want to show you a magic trick, Ma.
It's a steamer trunk, so I'm going to drop trow if you don't mind.
What happened, son?
Nothing, Dad. It's just that college and law school are too slow.
Well, I see. You're afraid that you'd be outdistanced by your contemporaries.
Dad, the key to everything is success. And I don't mean the colleges. But a man has got to go out into the world, build things, make things, sell things to people. Man's got to go after what he wants.
So how much would you pay for this lingerie, Dad?
And whereby you get what you go after, but your plan does not include college.
No. While I was in the Army, I met a young officer who was an engineer. He's now down in South America on a construction job.
He said he was Swiss. I believe him.
Wainwright, and I expect an answer any minute. He told me I could go down there and get a job whenever I wanted it. Mom.
Selling lingerie.
Dad. Mom and Dad,
Mom, Dad. Mom and Dad. Father and Mother.
I've been so
Pater and Pater.
Changing the plans you've made.
Padre e madre.
But Dad, I can't go on sitting at a desk like a school
Mama,
without making good.
But son, there's a desk upstairs.
And I'm still a virgin.
Because Cableson got married.
Yeah, that one event that happened in the movie may be the thing that happened, yes.
It is.
Forbid him to go. Order him to go back to Wainwright.
No, Emily, a boy has got to want to go to college to get any good out of it.
Maybe we can pretend that this house is haunted and he'll go.
Yes.
Well, I'll try. But I'm afraid this time.
Can't you sentence him to death for truancy?
I'll try.
Want to make love on this steamer trunk, Mother?
We'll make the trunk live up to its name.
Hear a gunshot from behind the door.
Derek, you are mighty dark, man. This is awesome.
Now that I'm here.
Maybe this time I'll be lucky.
Took me out of going.
No, you're wrong. That is not my
I
intention.
want you to go to every college you stole these banners from and give it back.
It is my life, and it has to be my decision.
Nevertheless, Andrew, your mother.
Time for your spanking.
You see, we taught you how to think. Your mother.
So
and I
that's your fault.
make a mistake. Well, it's really our mistake.
There's no mistake
Yes.
being made, Dad, none whatsoever. This is a young man's world.
Oh. Now I know what you're thinking about.
But you can't kill the Malaysian Prime Minister.
Well, Andrew, suppose we just hop over the next 10 or 15 years. Let's skip all the details if you're making good.
I'm going to be a photo frame influencer, Dad.
Your return. I can see you coming back. Big success. Still young.
You'll have that gold-plated beanie you always wanted.
Maybe a stash.
And you'll come back a middle-aged Al Pacino.
Be foreign flavor. In corners, people will be whispering. They'll say, that's Andrew Hardy. Famous.
The murderer.
That's the man who built that great bridge that everyone said was impossible.
The
Somehow,
escalator to nowhere. Andy Hardy's idea.
you'll be thinking, maybe she married the wrong man. Maybe she should have waited for you.
Maybe
Lingerie for small animals. Andy Hardy joint.
maybe ideas like that.
No, these aren't ideas. These are truth. And I know because once I had almost the same thoughts myself.
And you see, we're just...
Then I turned 9.
I was only 14 at that time, and you're old, no better.
Dad, I'm going to South America. And I'm going to make good. There's nothing wrong with being an engineer.
Certainly not. It's a fine profession.
I mean,
Civilization
better than
couldn't
being a
progress without it.
technician.
And if I thought that you wanted to be an engineer, really wanted to be,
An engineer.
so happy I'd cheer.
I do.
No, you don't.
You want to be a
You're
train
not going
pilot.
to South America to fulfill a lifelong ambition.
You want to be a beachcomber.
Running away from a girl. And what's more important, you're running away from your first defeat. Now, that's true, isn't it?
Weren't you in the war?
You need to learn some proper stalking, son. Here's
You
how.
don't want to be an engineer. would also keep you from ever being a lawyer. It'd be too late to start all that when you came back.
You know you can't have more than one job in life.
No, it didn't. Oh, I don't know.
Well, you ought to know before you risk your entire life. If I was
Or at
taking
least
such
your
a gamble,
ventriloquist
I'd make
should
sure
know.
that the odds weren't quite so heavy against me.
You make it sound awful dismal.
Well, don't you believe you better do a little more thinking before you finish packing?
There's plenty of work playing Chucky in those horror movies, son.
Got to success. You've got to eat crow before you can appreciate the taste of chicken.
So that's what explains their Thanksgiving.
Figured out. Now you've got me worried about a lot of things.
Well, would you rather give it more thought now or suffer regret the rest of your life?
Can't I do both?
Dad, there for a minute, I thought of running away and joining the Foreign Legion. Oh, only for a minute.
A New York minute.
An Easter present? It's nice of you to get it for me.
Oh.
On the other hand, I got a nice jacket. I'm very easily distracted.
Then I thought about joining the Merchant Marine.
Then I thought of joining the Kiss Army. Oh, God, they got pieces of paper everywhere in the 50s. You couldn't get rid of it.
I'll kill him.
I'm going away, Dad. And now I'm going down to the telegraph office.
All right. She may
Again,
have.
you can just call someone. You have phones.
I
You
believe.
may not know how they work.
I believe in the movies 8 through 10. It explains why no telephone operator will listen to Andy Hardy.
Hardy. Andrew Hardy, here's your message. And it's good news.
It's a piece of paper on this side. Let me put it over to this side. Japanese have bombed Pearl Harbor. Stop. A day that will live in infamy. Stop. I can't read this Canadian garbage. Hey, you have to pay me for the telegram. I'll pay you on the first of the month. Oh, Mr. Anderson.
When did you get back into town? And what's more important, how long are you going to stay?
I swallowed 3 helium balloons.
I don't know.
You haven't the faintest idea who I am. Remember, we danced together and I sang.
And I appropriated all those cultures?
Lovely, miss.
You were lovely, Isabel. But we didn't have a chance to get acquainted. So,
Wait, you're not.
You didn't have a garden growing out on the side of your head.
well,
Wow, you're not Mexican?
Aroo! Oh, wait, that's a street light.
So this is where they filmed The Exorcist, honey.
Emily.
Father Karras fell down these stairs.
Tell them I was going to stay home because our son was going to run away and join the Foreign Legion.
Oh, no, he joined a mariachi band instead.
He's doing shadow puppets again, isn't he?
Dance for me.
This isn't what I meant when I said dinner and a show.
I'm both.
Turns out you can have a dance at home. Bum bum bum.
Hey, Mom and Dad, you want to take off? This is about to get a lot more interesting.
I think you're grand. Oh, why is it that when I feel your touch, my heart starts
What's
to beat,
funny is going to pan to the left and Aunt Millie's on the trumpet.
and I like your eyes. But you like my hips.
Whoa!
Oh, hips.
I never said anything about your hips.
See that
I mean, I have a generally positive impression of them.
I can't look at you and stay unhappy.
See, senor, I think
You're just not paying enough attention. I can look at anything and stay unhappy.
Cut to the judge pushing him out, Andy out of the way to do the jitterbug.
both of us. Come on.
Oh, she learned this from Mambo Man.
They're doing the Grimley. Oh, I can't wait to be in 10 more movies, I must say.
Yeah. All right, honey.
Okay, that's my ear.
All right, honey. We can watch this for another minute, and then if the pants come off, we're gone.
Now I'll teach you the Spanish lyrics.
I'll take you up on that in about 7 years.
You sold my beanie.
College and law school.
But if English was good enough for... Oh.
You're going back to Wainwright?
Unless you know another way that I can become a judge or a lawyer. And anyhow, I have a very...
Yeah, there's many South American countries where that would work.
plan.
I mean, you could just take the bar over and over.
Well, I think we ought to celebrate.
Well, I've got some cold ham and potato salad.
Don't forget the apple pie, Mom.
Let me help
You could always judge that hot dog eating contest in Jersey.
I don't know. You could ask Amy Coney Barrett.
You won't have to worry about me anymore. After this, when you tell me something, I'll have sense.
I am only happy when it rains.
Oh. Here's quite an addition.
Marginally happy, at least.
Isabel gave this to me. I know that Aunt Millie put all of these pictures over here just to kid me.
Wow, did you date George Washington too?
Bad.
All right, Dad, get your darts.
All right, well,
Hey, he dated...
You're talking to the new Andrew Hart. Oh, Isabel.
He dated
Well,
Alice
girl,
the
they're all
maid.
swell girls, but my past is behind me.
No, the sun is
Now I
garbage.
wanna concentrate on what
You know, in on the Blu-ray, those George Washington eyes are moving.
But from now on, I'm through with women.
Alexander Hamilton. His name is Alexander Hamilton.
I took my shot.
No, so he's not dating anybody else. He's just.
Wait till movie 18 where he joins the Merchant Marine.
I dare someone to binge watch all of these films in one day. All 16 of them.
You know what? That wasn't as horrible as I thought. Like, I might accept that challenge.
Well, we saw one at B-Fest a few years ago that was... He was failing, I want to say, like, English.
Him fail English? That's impossible.
Right? Yeah.
Is it because he skipped so many grades?
He was failing like the easiest class in the world, basically. And then his girlfriend's or his friend's dad got a job in another country, and then he made some phone calls and fucked that up because he didn't want her to leave because she was going to tutor him. Yeah, it's the whole thing is very white privilege-y. It's a lot of fun.
You know that whole thing about white privilege, it being fun.
Well, it's fun to watch it when it's really obvious and they just don't know it.
Also, I remember him like running around like Harpo Marx with a gland problem.
Oh yeah, Danny, go back to the beginning of the video if you're watching on Facebook. I explained the background of this, but short version, yes, this was one of a 16-part series.
Very tight continuity.
Oh yeah, amazing. Well, it was actually Mickey Rooney's real life. They just changed the name. That made it easier to remember everything.
The continuity is excellent. He has the same color beanie in every one.
So that was pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah, it was something.
Treasure. What a treat.
So
it was more emo than I thought.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. So thank you everybody for joining us for another B-. We'll be back again next Friday with another unscripted riff of a B movie. Actually, wait, what did I say? Actually, we're still deciding on what we're going to do for next week.
Next week is not Thanksgiving.
Next week is not Thanksgiving, but we have a show next week. It's either going to be another B- or it's going to be a scripted show. We haven't decided what. If it's a scripted show, it's going to be Armageddon. If not, then we'll be pushing that to the 27th. That's the thing we're trying to decide is, are we going to do a show on the 27th? So
I just came up with an almost completely not diluted idea. Why don't we take another Andy Hardy movie and use the script that we wrote for Howard the Duck? I don't think we need all that many changes.
Well, I mean, it's Howard. The Howard puppet was a little bit more believable.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, and more of a plot with the code key. Yep.
Yes. Anyway, yeah, but we'll be back with something next week. So by all means, please stay tuned. If you'd like to help us out, any further, tell your friends. Follow us here on Twitch, on Facebook, on Twitter. If you'd like to, you could support us on patreon.com/downinfrontlive, where your contribution of as little as $1 a month will reduce the amount I'm paying out of pocket for all this. MySpace. Yes, our MySpace page. It's glorious. Our top 8 spaces are full though. So
Also, our Zanga is super hot right now.
yes, it is.
Yeah, we're also coming up on TikTok, also known as the sound that Mickey Rooney's eyes make when they move left to right.
Yeah, I wanted to play with TikTok, but I've not made the time for it. And actually, when I started thinking about it, the possibility that it was going to go away, and then that just didn't happen.
Now you have a bunch of public domain footage of terrible dancing, so it fits.
Anyway, look below the video on Twitch for the links I mentioned at the top of the show, or on our website, downinfrontlive.com. Stay safe, stay healthy. Join us next Friday for another B- or a regular Down in Front show, something. We'll see you then.
Right. See ya. Stay safe and well, everyone.